Welcome everyone to tonight's webinar. We are going to be covering the Pharmaceutical Sciences, Psychoactive Pharmaceutical Investigation Masters and Capstone programs, and this specific webinar is about application assistance. For the master's application, the deadline for fall semester start is May 31st, and for spring it is September 30th. The materials you will need for that application include unofficial transcripts, as well as a statement of purpose, resume or CV, 2 letters of recommendation, and you will also have to supply English proficiency scores if applicable. You can apply online at grad.wisc.edu/apply. For the capstone certificate application, the deadline for fall semester start is June 30th, and for spring, it is October 31st. The materials are a little bit different for this application. So you will need unofficial transcripts, as well as a short essay, resume or CV, and then also supply those English proficiency scores if applicable. The website where you would apply for the capstone certificate is on the screen here. It's at pdc.wisc.edu/apply. For the master's application, you would go to grad.wisc.edu/apply, and from there you will create an account. You'll search for the program and select your term of interest, for example, fall 2026. For the capstone, it is that different website. It's pdc.wisc.edu/apply. And here you would apply for a graduate level certificate. You'd create an account, search for the program, and again, select the term of interest, which is fall 2026. So for the process and timeline for the master's program, you will submit your application and all materials by the deadline. It will then go into round 1, which is the initial review of the application. From there, it will go into the Kira Talent Assessment, which we will touch base on in upcoming slides. And then it will go through a committee review, and you will be contacted directly by the grad school to request official transcripts. And then that goes into the graduate admissions review. So some suggestions for you after you hit the submit button, make sure that you save that login information because that will be the login that you will use in order to check the status of your application, including your recommendation letters. Watch your email for program communications and from Kira Talent Assessment. They will provide you specific instructions. And make sure that you do fill out the FAFSA information for domestic students only. Make sure that you do send your recommenders a thank you for writing a recommendation letter for you. For the process and timeline for the capstone, you would submit the application and all materials by the deadline. It will go into the initial review, then it goes into the committee review. They will then ask you for official transcripts, but only provide them after you are contacted directly by the graduate school. And then it goes into the graduate admissions review. And some suggestions for the capstone application, make sure again that you save your login credentials because that's how you can check the status of your application. And make sure that you do fill out the FAFSA information. So I'll go in a little bit more into the transcripts. So for the initial application, we do request that transcripts are unofficial for your application materials. Your official transcripts will be requested of you by the grad school, and you will receive specific information as to how to do that. And UW-Madison Grad School is the recipient, and the email is there on the screen. And some best practices to keep in mind for the transcripts: make sure that you are eligible for the program. The grad school does require a 3.0 GPA, as well as in this program in particular, the Psychoactive Pharmaceutical Investigation Master's Program and Capstone Program do require a few prerequisite courses, so make sure that you are eligible. And I can certainly help you determine if you are eligible for either of those programs. If your grades are not ideal, or if there was a semester that you didn't do very well in, you can certainly use your statement of purpose to go into greater detail about those grades and how you are now prepared for a graduate level program. And make sure that if your name has changed at all, don't overlook the other name question on the application. So make sure that is filled out as well. For the resume or CV, you will need this for either the master's or the capstone application, and we do request that each and every student provides a resume or a CV. It doesn't matter which one. Make sure that you do include your educational background, any relevant coursework, professional experiences, technical and transferable skills, along with any extracurricular activities and awards that are relevant to this program and the application. Also, another tip is to make sure that your document is up to date with your most recent information. A lot of the time, we don't update our resume or CV as often as we would like, so make sure that that is current information. Some best practices and reminders for your resume and CV: have colleagues, supervisors, faculty, or friends and family provide feedback. Consider what you want the program to know about your education, skills, and experiences. And use this resume or CV to provide brief information about you and then give more details in your statement of purpose, which I will cover in the upcoming slides. For the letters of recommendation for the master's program, we ask for 2 letters of recommendation. Make sure that those recommenders, they know you and your skill set. When you are filling out the information on the application form, it will ask for your recommenders' name and contact information. And from there, they will receive an automated email to fill out with a link to upload a letter as well. And we cannot move forward with considering your application until both letters are received. Some recommenders that you can ask could be current or former supervisors, current or former professors, professional mentors, as well as undergraduate advisors. And some best practices: make sure that you provide guidelines to your recommenders and length. So about half a page to a page, or whatever the program recommends, as well as um, make sure that you provide your recommenders with your statement of purpose or even your resume. You can tell your recommender why you are asking them, so you can go ahead and have a little chat with them before you enter their information into the form, because they will receive an automated email. And make sure, like I said before, that your recommender has your resume in order to brush up on those skills that you would like to highlight. For the statement of purpose for the master's program, that is an essay of 1,000 words or less, and where this is where you can broadly introduce the committee to your background. In your statement of purpose, you can communicate your motivations and goals that led you to apply to the pharmacy program, and summarize your credentials, and make sure that you do it with enthusiasm. You should be excited about applying for the Psychoactive Pharmaceutical Investigation Program. And some suggestions: make sure that you don't let perfect get in the way of good. Have something on the paper, and I can actually guide you through um, some tips in a one-on-one meeting so you can make sure that your statement of purpose is clear for the reader. Have your resume on hand that you can reference to in your statement of purpose. And again, 1,000 words or less. I can also review a draft of your statement of purpose and provide any feedback. And it is fine as well if you have a little overlap between your statement of purpose and your resume. But your statement of purpose is really where you can highlight and go into detail about those skills that you want to highlight. And a reminder for everyone, like any information and content sources, generative AI can be used to support original ideas, but not used to write your essays and not presented as your own original work. So please be aware of that. For the short answer for the capstone, this is the essay component for the capstone application. You can explain why your academic and professional backgrounds make you a good fit for this program and why this program is a good fit for you. How will the capstone's curriculum help you succeed in your career? Make sure that you do a little research as to what this capstone curriculum is and how it can apply to you. Again, some suggestions. Don't let perfect get in the way of good. Make sure that you are succinct, 500 words or less. This is even shorter of an essay. And have someone proofread your essay before submitting it. Again, I can help with that as an admissions coach. And a reminder for everyone, like other information and content sources, generative AI can be used to support original ideas, but not used to write your essay and not presented as your own original work. For the master's application, there is that Cura Talent Assessment or interview. And again, master's program applications only. The second round, this is actually the second round of the program's holistic application review. Basically, it's an asynchronous session that applicants complete on their own schedule. It's on demand, it's a timed video with timed written assessments and takes about 10 to 30 minutes in order to complete. Some suggestions as you're going through the Cura Talent Assessment: have your resume handy. Check your email for Cura Talent information to start the assessment. They will provide specific instructions for you as to how to proceed. If you do encounter any technical support or any technical issues, please reach out to Cura Talent. The information is provided in the email that they will send you. And make sure that you complete your assessment as soon as possible to move forward in the review process. So next steps for either the master's program or the capstone, what you can do is send your application materials to me for any feedback, including your resume and your statement of purpose or your essay component. My email is on the screen there, and it will also be sent out to you after the presentation. And I really thank each and every one of you for attending tonight's webinar, and we hope to see your application soon.